This episode is brought to you by DS Wireless.
Hello and welcome to the new and improved Social Life.
I'm your host, Katie Dufall.
And I'm Lewis Bostock. The Social Life takes a unique look at social media in New Zealand.
I'll be looking at social media within the fashion and lifestyle genre.
And I'll have a look at social media in film and entertainment with a technology twist.
So without further ado, let's kick things off.
A big hit at the New Zealand International Film Festival this year was Page One inside the New York Times. Like great fly-on-the-wall documentaries, Page One gives us unprecedented access into the New York Times newsroom. With many people turning to the internet for news and newspapers all over the world going bankrupt, Page One looks at the changing media landscape at a time of great turmoil. Hey everyone, we've just seen Page One inside the New York Times, and it's a bit of a who's who in media. I've seen Russell Brown from Public Address and Samantha Hayes from TV3 walk past, so you can tell from the atmosphere in the crowd, people really enjoyed it and found it really entertaining. It was really funny to hear people boo when Rupert Murdoch came on the screen, and his one line that he gets in the movie was timed perfectly to what's been happening with the News of the World scandal. So my first impression of the movie is that it's a real scratch on the surface as to what's happening to mainstream media. I would have liked to have seen more kind of in-depth interviews with some of the big players of social media. But if you're new to this debate or just genuinely interested in what's happening to journalism, this movie is a really nice jumping off point. So judging by this film's popularity and the warm reaction that it received from the crowd here at the festival, I'd say it's going to come back to Auckland, probably at Rialto or Bridgeway later this year. So if you miss out, don't worry, it probably will come back.
For a snapshot of what it looks like when old media meets new media, let's travel back to last fall's Dolce & Gabbana show in Milan. Seated centre front row with her trademark bobs and bangs, editor-in-chief of Vogue and poster girl for old media, Anna Wintour, flanking to her left and right were two young men. Well, boys actually, tapping away on laptops and dressed in t-shirts. Anna, meet the future of the front row. Tommy Ton and Brian Boy are two elite members of the growing horde of young fashion bloggers. As recently as a year ago, these same bloggers were barred from major fashion house runway shows in Milan, Paris, New York, London because they weren't considered authentic media. These days, these same fashion houses are tripping over themselves to make sure Tommy Tom, Brian Boy, and the likes of an adorable 13-year-old girl by the name of Tavi Jemison are seated centre front row. A kid with a computer, a passion for fashion, and a quirky sense of style may be irresistible, but old media argue that this is no replacement for skill and experience in reporting and writing. With New Zealand Fashion Week coming up in a few short weeks, I'll have a keen eye on who's in the front row.
This week on Simply Genius, we take a look at a great digital tool that has enabled journalists to incorporate social media into their storytelling. Storify.com. Storify allows you to collaborate with citizen journalists. Basically, you curate the best photos, videos, and tweets from across the social web to create a story. Storify was used to great effect by the New Zealand Herald during their coverage of the Christchurch earthquake. And that's why Storify is simply genius. We hope you guys enjoyed watching this new and improved Social Life.
For more social media news and tech happenings, check out our website, socialmedianz.com.
I'm your host, Lewis Bostock.
And I'm Katie Dufall. See you guys next time.